Hello everyone, welcome to the GOEcologist. I'm Dr. Krishnanand and this video is about celebrating success of my own student, that is Sonnet Jose, who is from Kerala, Kottayam, and did her graduation in University of Delhi in Miranda House and now became a civil servant with the last results, that is results of 2024 civil services examination. So in this video I'm going to bring you the talk that we did together and where we discussed various aspects of her preparation, her journey for civil services examination, and how she made it. And also remember to watch this video till the end. It's going to be very important for all the civil services aspirants who are looking forward to give examinations in future. So do watch, do understand things carefully, and do comment in the box if you want to know more about civil services preparation. And as you know, all our courses are available on our website, thegeoecologist.com, and the link for that is given in the description of the video. And if you have any more query related to UPSC examination preparation, answer writing courses, feel free to write to us on WhatsApp 9311 So let me begin with congratulating you first. And obviously, as
Thank you,
every
sir.
teacher, every mentor is really proud of their students when they, achieve success. And for me, as usually, it's very, a proud moment. I was already proud looking at your answers while you showed me the answer writing things during the course last year. But when something is finally achieved, that journey, that success really matters to everyone. And of course, I'm sure your friends, relatives, family, and of course the other mentors that you had in your life, everybody would be equally proud, as I am proud of you. But apart from this, why I said is this podcast or this interview is going to be really important, because there are many aspirants like you have been, who are now going for another year examination, upcoming mains examination. So with these words, I just welcome you, I congratulate you, and I leave this platform for you to talk and talk about the journey from Kerala to Delhi University to now being a civil servant first, and then we'll go for the strategy. So first 2-3 minutes you talk about yourself, how your journey has been. So go ahead.
Uh, yes, sir. As you all know, my name is Sonnet Jose. I secured All India rank 54 in this year's examination with geography optional. I came from Kerala actually. For geography students, they know that I come from the district of Kottayam, which is the rubber capital of India, as well as which is located in the foothills of Western Ghats. So I'm from a hilly region. I joined. I for my graduation, I went to Delhi University, especially the Miranda House College, and I did the graduation in physics. Later, I joined for the UPSC preparation in 2022 after completing the graduation. From this is my journey from Kottayam to Delhi, and now after second attempt, I secured 54th rank. Now I'm going to Labasana. So from Kerala to again Labasana.
Wow. So, like a true geography optional, a student, you spoke about rubber plantations of Kottayam to Delhi University and now to Labasna. So now let's talk about your strategies of preparation. So straight away we talk about the first thing is, why did you take geography optional? How did you come to this? And what were your strategies for preparing geography optional?
Sir, actually, while I was a student in Delhi University, I decided I will choose anthropology as an optional. And as any aspirant, I went to Daryaganj, collected a lot of books, Ember and Ember, Sapiens, and read that. And I find out, okay, I can manage anthropology as an optional. But later, when I joined the coaching institute, on the first week, we had this climatology class. Then I understood geography is something that was really inspiring or that is really interesting. We got to know about how the rainfall is happening or what is happening around us. So I shifted suddenly from anthropology to geography. So I decided geography as an optional. But apart from that, when we analyze it in a manner, I think geography is the best subject that we can opt for UPSC because there is a large prelims advantage. Yesterday, I used to uh, solve this paper, prelims 2024 paper with one of my friends, and I understood that around 15 to 16 direct geography questions were asked last year. So, and as a geography optional student, we can easily tackle those questions. So, the prelims advantage is something that geography is offering. Along with that, even in mains, our geography optional paper 2 is so close with the main syllabus. I think in GS1, we have geography as a subject. In GS2, the political part or the governance part is covered in the political geography and the regional planning. Even in GS3, we have this economic geography part is there, trade is there, agriculture is there, science and space is a specific topic under the syllabus of paper 2. So I think there because of this GS overlap also, I didn't study much for the paper 2. I think by improving the answer, I think we can tackle the GS optional 2 paper of geography. So there is a huge GS advantage. Along with that, I think if that subject is interesting, by proper answer, I think we can score good marks. For me, that answer writing and the interest I had that gave me good marks for optional. So I think these factors helped us to, or these are the major factors why we consider geography as an option. Then along with that, I think this is a semi-science, semi-humanities subject because for a student from physics, we can relate easily when, especially in topics like climatology or oceanography, the physics concept or the science concepts are used. For the human geography part, somebody who are from or who are from the humanities background easily can learn. So I think that mix of semi-science, semi-humanities also interests a lot of students when it comes to geography.
Right, right. So, look, understanding from your talk, it was very interesting that, I also had this similar thought about geography as an optional because I come from physics, chemistry, and bio. I was a medical student and then took geography in my graduation in University of Delhi. So that connect always is there. So it was good to know from you.
So,
Now, see, GS overlap and of course the weightage in prelims and weightage in mains examination and the standard that you set in your answer writing is of course very important to score good marks. Apart from this, most of the aspirants are sometimes because this is the age of information flow. You type a Google word and you say so many things, so many resources coming into the flow. So in this time period, how did you restrict yourself and how did you focus yourself on certain study materials? So the next thing that I would like you to talk about is how you chose your study materials, what were your strategic books, what were your notes, how you created them, and any other thing around your strategy for geography optional.
actually, sir, it was very helpful for me when I found finally find out a channel for geography optional subjects, and when I checked your folder, I felt so relaxed because on the basis of the modules itself, you arranged the videos on YouTube that became so helpful for me even in my first attempt. In my first attempt, I lacked a proper mentor, and my GS mentor in my academy corrected my optional papers. So that's why in the second attempt, I searched for a teacher who can give me a personalized mentorship or can check my answers daily. That's why I realized the importance of answer writing. No matter how much we study at the end of the day, it's the answer writing that matters. That's why then I came to you. You did the daily basis answer writing, and that helped me to evolve my answers into a better form. I don't think I have that much geographical understanding or concept when comparing with my peer friends or somebody. But I think I did the answer writing in a proper manner that helped me to score 279. So I'm really thankful. Sir, personally, I realized one thing that UPSC is not going to give us marks for the classes we attend or the books that we covered. Ultimately, they are giving us marks for our answer writing. So no matter how many books we covered or how many classes or how many coaching institute we go, ultimately our answer writing that matters. If we cover a complete book, entire book like Huller or Majid Hussain, and then we are not able to write a proper answer, what's the point of covering these much books? So I personally minimize my notes and focus more on answer writing, especially since as the person who took the coaching, I had this fundamental notes for that. After that, I analyzed the previous year questions and syllabus, and I looked at whether I have a proper notes for each topics. If I have any notes, I will go with that. Otherwise, I look for that topic in YouTube. Even for example, after these coachings, I didn't have any proper note for humanism, and I still remember that I searched YouTube for humanism geography optional topic. Then I came to you that I saw that the GeoEcologist YouTube channel, and you have a dedicated folder for each modules. So
Right.
from that, there I made a humanism. There is a dedicated video for dedicating that Yifutu and the place, the concept of place, placelessness. So from that, I made that note because the point is that for each question, we have to write 150 or 250 words. Beyond that, there is no need for collecting huge information. So what I did is analyze the previous year and then prioritize the hot topics. For example, in oceanography, every year or every alternative year, they definitely ask about the bottom ocean relief. So
Right.
definitely, as an geography optional student, we have to learn the bottom ocean relief of the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean. If I have proper notes, I made that and I refer to the standard books like standard books for the diagrams, and with that I made the basic notes. Other than that, I think I did answer writing, proper answer writing on that, and I analyzed my papers. After writing a proper answer, I check it in the Google or in any platform whether my answers are up to the mark and do value addition for that. So I think this is my strategy when it comes to geography optional. Proper have a basic note, uh, take notes from this basic books, or if we have proper coaching institute note, that is enough. Don't need to refer too much standard books. If you don't have any notes, refer to the standard books. Like for human geography, we have Majid Hussain. For Indian geography, Kohler is something that generally recommended. For the part one in paper one, that the physical geography part, the Savindra Singh is something that recommended. So if you don't have any notes, just refer to that because as time passes, that standard books also got updated or outdated. So definitely you have to be updated with the UPSC pattern, UPSC syllabus. So I think the Google search or something is very beneficial. We have to write answer, just check whether the basic criteria are met, then value add from the Google sources. That is the strategy. Then practice, practice, practice. That is the mantra I followed entirely in the journey.
Right, right. So great to listen to you carefully about, how you strategize geography, how you made your notes, and of course, I created these folders only because, these 15-minute videos. I just thought that maybe I don't have that much of ability to create those, animated videos and so many things. I can at least create some, clear-cut notes and I can explain it to them. So I tried making these human geography and all those geography folders where people like you and others have referred to it, and many others also for other
Yes, sir.
examinations.
Actually, that's very beneficial because I didn't have the notes on cycle of erosion. Then I referred to that. Then I realized the geography folder. Then for this geomorphology topic is very bulky. So I just only followed your folders. In
Hmm.
that, on the base of the syllabus topics itself, you made the notes and I followed that religiously. I made the note out of it because it's very crisp brief. I followed that and did the answer writing because
Yeah.
ultimately the answer writing part is the crucial thing.
So it was made for the purpose of revision itself. Exactly like there are many students who take, say, coaching at different places or they study themselves. After once they study, when they, have some kind of confusion or they want quick revision, I created these platform like an online library and also my website for, say, the cheap courses that we have for, the proper A to Z courses are available for thegeoecologist.com. So that's why I created it. Now coming to the next part of your journey is that while people write answers, now this is the main challenge. How much you know, as a mentor, I have seen that how much you know actually doesn't make much sense, rather than how well can you write it in a given word limit and time limit. So for all these viewers, just try and give me a breakup of how a standard answer looks like. What are the key components of a good answer? What should you include when you're writing a good answer, say, for geography optional?
Sir, from my personal opinion, the concept of good answers changes over time. As a beginner, if we are able to write 10 sentences, I consider it as a good answer. As a first attempter, if we have a proper introduction, in body, and a conclusion, that's a good answer. For a second attempter like me, if it doesn't have any diagrams or any data, I don't consider that as a good answer. So I think the concept of good answer changes over time. Generally, sorry, generally, for a typical UPSC answer, uh, I have some checklist for my answer. First is that we identify for a question, we identify the question word, whether the question is discuss or evaluate or elaborate. So first thing is identifying the question paper. Like based on that, we have to give a proper introduction. And there are many types of introduction that is available. Like we can start with any statistics. We can start with the name of any geographer. I still remember in 2024 mains, we in the paper too, we have the question on conurbations second. And I still remember I watched your video, and in that you first started Patrick Geddes he gave the concept of conurbations, and I gave that as the first. Even though it's in the paper too, I started with that concept. Patrick Geddes gave that concept of conurbations, and now in India, this is emerging. That is my introduction. So with that, we can give that introduction, or with any data on urbanization, we can start with that. So I think that is the template for the introduction. For mains, body part, we can write in points. I used to write in points. Even paragraph is also okay, but for the word limit, we can stick to the points and divide that answers into various subheadings. Based on if the question word is discussed, we have to answer this from the positive aspect as well as the negative aspect. So there should be two subheadings. So arrange the points below that, and there is a proper conclusion. And most of the times I used to give a futuristic conclusion. If we do so and so forth, we can go to a good future, like kind of a conclusion. And there are some checklists I used to include in my answers, at least one case study. Even because it's a geography optional paper, I try to include a case study as much as data as possible. I took a lot of data from the GS content itself. For example, in case of any pollution, we learned that for the environment. I used that for the geography paper as well. Then diagrams. Even in case of India, I use the regional maps, India maps as well as the regional maps, diagrams. So we can, geography concepts can easily can be represented by diagrams or flowcharts. So I use these kind of diagrams, flowchart, data, case studies. These are the mandatory thing I used to add in my paper. So I think these gives us the added advantage while writing the answers. And the thing is that it can't come in a easy manner. If for a first timer, it is very difficult to add one example itself. So that's there comes the importance of answer writing. We have to practice. First, we write an answer, check whether we included any data, whether we included any case studies. Later, Google on the topic, case study on this topic, case study on that topic. Then we get some case studies and add that to your answer. So next time while we answer or write answer on this topic, automatically this case study came to our mind and we can write a better answer. So this is an evolving process, and I used to religiously follow this process.
Right. So do you remember our last year answer writing sessions, online sessions that we do every year? So this year also I'm going to do it.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
some
sir.
points
Actually,
from the
that's
answer writing
very
sessions.
beneficial. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Actually, that's an you had this session on the alternate days and on a daily basis as well as on an alternate basis. So that's since it's an evolving process, the daily answer, I think that will definitely help us to fine tune our answers, because while writing, we are also seeing the answer papers of our peer friends. So that will definitely help us to have value addition or take some case studies or value additions from others' paper that will enrich our paper. So definitely the daily answer writing program that will definitely help us to fine tune our answer writing.
Right. So this year also I'm now planning for another answer writing session as usual after prelims examination. So again, we'll see many students coming in with these answer writings and we'll be looking into their
Yes, sir.
answers as well. So I'll also show your answer to them as well, how you wrote your answers. So from the last year's thing. So that'll be wonderful. And now coming to the other aspect, the other side of being an aspirant. So, what are your hobbies, and how did you manage your other parts of your life, the entertainment part, the pressure part, and how did you manage your lifestyle? What did you do about it? How many hours did you study? Just talk little on these aspects of your life, which people would love to know about you.
Actually, sir, when you asked me about my daily routine, I am a person who focus more on the quality of time that I am studying rather than the quantity of time because I have daily plans. For example, in a day, I have the plan of reading the newspaper, attending the classes, doing the prelims test, writing the answers, these kind of targets, and I used to achieve that targets rather than putting a having a schedule of learning or reading 8 hours or 10 hours. Sometimes because the time or the quantitative aspect is not possible because we are humans and sometimes we are not in a good mood to learn. So at that on that day, I take the rest.
Right.
So as I always say, it's not a 100-meter race or sprint, it's a marathon. So we have to keep that consistency. So I think rather than studying 10 or 12 hours a day, if we can put a quality 8 hours, that is enough. We have to do the basics because UPSC is not giving us the marks for the hours we studied or the books we covered or the videos we watched. Ultimately, for prelims, they are checking our rationality or their logic. So we have to do more prelims or the PYQs or prelims questions and learn that answer solving or the PYQ solving skills. For mains, they are checking our answer writing, not our language or not our content. They are properly checking our answer. So evolve that skill. For interview, they are judging or they are judging our personality. So be more communicative, be more a talkative person, having a awareness about the social issues. So I think rather than focusing on most of the aspirants focus on the study part, covering the syllabus, covering the books, studying 8 hours, rather than cultivate these habits that will definitely help us to clear the UPSC.
Right, absolutely. So you watched movies, you played sports, you did things around while
Yes,
preparing.
sir. Sir, I am a state player when it comes to shot put and discus throw. So I used to be active. I went to gym on a daily basis. Then I had a group of friends. We used to walk and talk all the day. For the tea time, on the tea time, we go for a walk and discuss things, chit chats. I used to watch films. I think we have to balance that. Otherwise, we can't sustain or be in more a consistent manner in this journey. So I suggest you to have a how to take this journey as light as possible because if we put extremely or we are in the extreme in this, I don't think we can sustain for 1 or 2 years because if we do coaching for 1 year, it takes another 1 year to complete the cycle. And luckily, some may clear the exam in first attempt. Others take years, say 2 or 3 attempts. So 4 years of life, I don't think with an extreme 8 or 10 hours, 10 or 12 hours study schedule, we can't survive. So I think it focus more on quality rather than the quantity of time.
Right.
That's a myth real.
Right. So it was wonderful listening to you. So any last words that you want to give to, this upcoming people who are going to write this year mains in 2025 now after prelims examination? Any last 2, 3 months of preparation tips or anything specific that you want to talk about?
Sir, I have a Telegram channel and there are a lot of queries that is coming. So I have some suggestions. Don't segregate the GS syllabus with that of optional syllabus, especially for geography, because most of the people asking me, ma'am, what can we do for paper two? Because I got 158 in paper two. I'm a student. I didn't segregate this GS2 with GS syllabus with that of optional paper two. I used to study in an integrated manner, and the other areas or the paper which is specifically for the paper topics which are specifically for the paper two. I made a list of topics and I prepared for that. So don't segregate paper two with optional because some students hesitate to write the GS content in the optional paper and end up in low scoring low. So don't do that. Then limit your sources because since it is a geography, even a GS student can write a geography paper too.
Right.
optional paper too. So limit your sources, focus more on answer writing. Uh, because it's an evolving process, you have to write on a daily basis because there is no mantra. Because lot of aspirants ask me why, how you score this much mark. I got 279. This is a good mark considering this year's performance of most of the optionals. So they ask, I have one suggestion, write answers because it's a tiring process. Most of the times we don't have any idea to what to write, but once we start writing an answer, we can continue with that. So write an answer, limit your sources, then trust the process. At the end of the day, we evolve as a good human, even though sometimes it take years to clear the UPSC, we become more better human or a humane man or a woman. So
Right.
that's my suggestion to everyone.
That's great. That's great to hear from you. From my side, the last word, as usual, remember during the classes also, I used to tell you and all others that only thing that I want from all of you is that this world is now getting towards more of chaos. Now, the work that you're going to actually do, where geography, environment, climate, and all these things that you have studied for this paper is going to actually practically be helpful. And remember, you have to solve a lot of
Yes, sir.
issues. You see how things are happening around the world, climate change and associated things. So now your knowledge is actually going to be practically tested on the ground. So wherever you are posted, whichever cadre you choose, do your best and remember that your future and the future to come is in your hands. It's going to be in your, all the civil servants, right? Because you are the people who are going to actually directly impact the society. You're going to change the society for good. So I just bless you all, or all the best wishes for your training. Do well, and obviously we are in connect. So some other day, maybe with some other experience, we'll talk about in another podcast for all our the geoecologist family people. So I wish you the very best. And it was great talking to you. And thank you so much out of all your, recent busy schedules. You have given us the time. It was great talking to you. So thank you.